Yeah, so, okay. So, a bit of context. Something changed with me and the community. Frankly, I do not want to do development related stuff again. It's just it doesn't hit right anymore. And so this right here is what I want to do. I see myself as a person who cares. I want to care after people. I want to comfort people. I want to be a comfort VTuber. Minecraft is a very comfy thing to do. And I guess for me this is also something that really matters to me because I always wanted to have a modded forever world. Hey, future me here. I originally wanted to try a format where I would cut all parts where I don't speak, or those kind of parts where nothing interesting happens, but after 2 hours of editing, it occurred to me that I've only managed to trim a small amount of footage. My point is, I don't want to continue doing that and potentially suffer a burnout in future episodes. The only cuts that these episodes will get are going to be those parts that are not relevant to the series, such as game restarts and off topic moments and so on. I'm guessing that the past episodes are going to be something that people are going to put in the background while doing something else entirely. But that makes sense, I'm not mad about it. That's a drawback that I'm willing to accept to preserve my sanity. That's all from me. Enjoy the rest of the video. So, also, wow. Something that I should also mention is that I don't want to rush anything here. Nothing is really important. Beating the game is also not important. As long as we have fun and enjoy what we have here, that's basically all that matters. Something that I should also probably mention is that I put in together a lot of most of the mods that I put in. I'm not sure what they are. I'm going into this blindly. I know that something might break, but that's totally understandable. If I checked everything before I went into this, that would kind of ruin the surprises. So I don't know what's going on here. Gonna learn as we go, basically. Something that you also probably didn't notice is that there's no minimap anymore compared to the last experimental Minecraft streams that I did. Well, I wanted to make it a bit more challenging for myself here. To get the minimap, I would need a certain item, which is a certain netherite item from the create mod. So yeah. That would also prevent me from getting the TARDIS early on. Oh yeah, there are some mods that I do know what they are, so the TARDIS is one of them. And considering I don't have any minimap, or anything like that, I will not be able to go to the lukewarm biome and just look at the minimap to find it easily. Yeah. Oh, the performance just spiked there. I would definitely need to keep the log occasionally open just to see what's going on with the game. Because I know that there's some errors that might occur on a loop, and this might actually like the game and everything. But yeah. Oh, right, hold on. Haha. Well, let's keep going. Yeah, so there's a lot of explanation that I did at the start. I seriously don't want to repeat that. Like, I'm sorry. Well, long story short, the game development stuff, it's something that I do not really want to do anymore, but pretty much what I've mentioned in the diary before. I don't see myself as a game developer, but more as a well, honestly, mostly doing these comfort streams. That's something that I want to lean more into. Honestly, not quite sure where to start. I guess I figure something out. Well, I guess something that I did mention yet is that this is going to be one of those modded forever worlds that I'm gonna keep on keep forever and back up and stream more commonly. Clicking. Honestly, all that importation work was destined to fail. Because no matter what I do with those, or with any project, I never really finish it. But here, like, look at this here. I can do whatever I want here without actually having to stress about anything here. Yeah, that's the point. Hello, Sai. You know, I quite like this magical looking beach. Yeah, this is definitely the good stuff that we can snort. But yes, as you can also see, I did have a lot of preparations for this. We've got a Twitch chat integration in the game. I've also cleared up most of the stream overlays because who needs them anyway? Like, all you need is me. But yeah, right off the bat, I have never seen this. This is all new to me. Oh yeah, the off-screen napping, that's definitely something I do all the time. And most of the time, that's the reason I don't stream consistently every day. Yeah, looks like I waited too long. Oh. I forgot Pana's falling trees. Should I even get it? Like, real quick? Because I think that would save a lot of time. Okay. But yeah, honestly, I don't think that doing like development streams is really like worth it. Like, sure, I'm having fun, but it's not really like interesting to others. And even then, I don't really finish any of the projects that I do. I was always interested into therapy related stuff. I like to listen to people's problems. I know I've said that a lot of times already. And so this is essentially the goal here. You have this dumbass cat talking about life problems while you have Minecraft footage in the background, if you were to sum it up that way. I feel like those particles are going to be distracting. I might as well just turn them off for now. But yes, I turned down the game. It should be fine. I mean, is this fine? I feel like it's still loud to most extent. Well, actually, about the particle effects, the complementary shaders, they do actually feature some kind of setting where you can like make the particles fade if they are too close to the camera. The base shader itself does it by default if you put it on medium or low, but this one doesn't for some reason. No idea, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll keep it disabled. I swear, VR chats Hand tracking will never be good. It will suck for eternity. You know, I feel like the UI scrolling away is going to be a bit distracting. Not sure how I should feel about this. Yeah, it is really confusing. It's kind of bothering me. It doesn't even have a config. What a shame. But yes, unironically, I always fantasized about actually doing proper series like that for days now. And I do see myself enjoying this. Instead of doing all that development stuff. Like, I'm being honest here, it's just how it is. That's a lot. And yes, I also do not want to do any performance here either. I don't want to do none of that fake hype or anything like that. It's not my style. But a downside with that is that I may seem non-talkative most of the time because I really don't know what I could be talking about. I don't really have any interesting topics unless someone likes to bring something up. Well, I guess this is something I could also do. But right now, as I wander around aimlessly, thinking about what I could potentially... Well, I'm not thinking about anything, I just wander around without any thought process. Yeah, my brain is always empty, as it is designed to be. Oh yeah, I also made a new skin just for the series. This is also new to me. I have never seen this. Yeah, honestly, I'm really surprised. I'm glad that I didn't check most of the mod before I started playing this. Honestly, this is what makes the series more excited, because you will never know what actually hits you. The music is quite fitting as well. All of the playlist that's gonna be played throughout the stream, it's made by a single artist called Cosmo D. These tracks are actually part of a series of games that they made. games about artistic expressions. And the tracks that you basically hear were basically designed to fit a certain environment in their game. But what's also cool is that they made these tracks, well, what's it called? You can reuse these tracks. They are under the Creative Commons license. And that's cool. I like it when artists do that. But yeah, I've got myself a Red Bull here. I shouldn't fall asleep this time. I'm glad you do. Also, I hope that I'm not too quiet compared to last time, because I was unable to carry over the gain and noise suppression to the wavelength stuff, so ever since I've set up those 6 tracks for the stream and separate recordings, that's what we have to deal with. Yeah, I guess. Well, I guess here's my first thought process. Trying to find iron. So far, nothing. But then again, I don't have to rush anything. Actually, hold on. Whoops. Actually, I was going to quickly take the... Do we need the music widget just so people can see what they're listening to? Yes. I guess I could do a quick band-aid solution because I do not want to refine it too much right now. Title name, artist name. Aha. Is this okay? I think it should be. For now, at least. Yeah. Oh. Honestly, yes. I actually thought about disabling fall damage entirely because of the bee hopping and the whole cat irony. What's next? Cat trance pills? Meow 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 meow. Wait, I forgot something. I was too big the whole time. My bad. Paste reference. There we go. Apologies for being too big, taking too much of your space. I guess that's fair too. Having a big ass cat on the screen is also a big plus. I like this. This looks great. I'm also getting used to the UI sliding out of the screen. Well, that is most certainly a very strange looking male reproductive organ. What? And yes, fish bars. And we also have pink hearts as well. Yeah, I've also added like various creeper variations. And there's also multiple element variations as well. Not sure why this one didn't decide to blow up. Oh. Yes, that's the downside with the physics mod. It doesn't support all custom models. Oh, they have different sounds as well. You know, it is actually quite challenging without the minimap, I must say. But then again, I do not want to rush to it. What a handsome fella. What? Honestly, yeah, the disappearing UI is... It makes you forget that you're low on health. You know, I think the ragdoll physics isn't really that important if we're gonna utilize these custom models. Because I think this right here is more immersive. and having the avatar just fall over in a straight line is, I guess, the charm of Minecraft itself. I guess ragdoll physics has its charm, but I guess it doesn't really fit a game like this, I suppose, even though it can look good. But yeah, keep inventory is also definitely a thing, because I get frustrated over losing your items, right? And I'm still doing it, walking around aimlessly. I guess what my goal really is right now is finding cows, just so I can get to leather and finally get a backpack. Here we go again. I'm quite surprised that messages that are held do not show up in the Minecraft chat. But yeah, I'm not gonna act on this. Shirak, is your UI still acting up like last time? Well, I guess Sai handle it. Thanks, Sai. It happens. I mean, the moderation isn't really that important at the moment. Like, sure, you have these bots showing up, spamming those links, but in the end, it doesn't really harm anyone. It's more designed to fool the streamer, but I'm not that dumb. Oh, don't worry, I'm already proud of you. You don't have to push yourself, especially in a community like this one. We do not have a competitive scene at all. There is nothing but equality. Say that again. I dare you. Not you, Sai. You're okay. Grr. Well, I pressed the map button out of habit. I should unbind it for now. Map. Unbind. There we go. And I will rebind that once I have the item for it. Well, I obviously set some rules for myself here and there in the game, but there's also some mental rules that I have to enforce because I cannot set them in the game. Like accessing the map when I get a certain item and the mini-map. Honestly, when I get the chance, I just set everything on English because I seriously cannot stand reading the German language. Well, sure, if it comes to professional contexts, I can understand that. But casually, no, I hate it. Iron. Eisenerz. Sorry. But yeah, something I want to mention, the Twitch integration stuff. Slater did a good job at actually making this happen. Although there were some issues with the mod and I had to update the mod. Well, not update, I had to fix the mod because there's some outdated Twitch APIs in the classes. But in the end I got it working. It's still a miracle that such mods exist in the first place. And having a chat integration like this it's indeed pretty cool. Candle. Oh yeah, when I eat certain foods and keep on eating new foods, I will gain new hearts. And the max amount of hearts is the double of the default amount of hearts that I have. Literally. So something that I could definitely do right now is try to get bread, because that also counts towards new food. Did I take everything here? Oh, okay. What the hell are you? That is definitely some ugly looking warden. Yeah, don't worry, I am gonna cannibalize them. Still no letter. There is no violation if there's no one to witness it. Yeah. Very funny. Very funny. There's the door. And VR chat seems to be lagging. Ah, never mind. How is it now? Yeah, see, that's what sucks about this UI mod. I wasn't even able to tell that I was about to die. Something I don't understand is why VRChat decides to suddenly drop in performance when I tap away from it. I do know that I've set it up to remain on 60 FPS even if I tap out. But now look at this, look what it does. This is not okay. And I suppose this is the reason why proper VTubing software exists. No, that's not what's happening. I've specifically set up the window to remain on 60 FPS when it's not focused. The window is on the other monitor, so it's open all the time and rendered all the time. And so the last time I've set up the application to remain on 60 FPS, but right now, when I tap out, it goes down to 7 FPS. Like, why? VRChat, why do you do this? Oh, right now it's fine. Right now it's doing okay. Seems okay. But something I noticed when I look in this direction, it does get a bit laggy. Yes, that is definitely what's happening. That's very likely. No. Moth. There's actually a bug net to catch bugs, so that's interesting. And I still wasn't able to find a cow. Or is it likely that animals only spawn during the day? That could be likely. I want this spring water. Yes. A mod that I quite like. But yes, essentially I've given VRChat permission to utilize as much memory as possible without it throttling itself when it's not in use. Something that's interesting about the spring water is that the spring water cannot be made an infinite source. So you would have to find multiple spring water the it's not even a source, so do I still say source blocks? Because it's not really a source, it's just a single block of spring water placed here. There's something to think about. Well, that is if it comes to water. The regular water, that is. But the spring water, that might be something unique. Something that isn't... Okay, sure. It is a source block, but you cannot make it convert non-source blocks into source blocks, you know? Ah, okay. I misunderstood something there. My bad. Whee. You know, sometimes when I pick music for streams, I usually just skip to the middle and judge the music based on how it sounds in that part. And if it's good, I'll add it. If it's not, then no. But in this case, with Cosmos music, I made an exception and just added everything in. And everything that plays right now seems to be fitting all the time. This reminds me of that one image of a person holding a very large grasshopper. I'm not even sure if hoppers can even get that large. Actually, grasshoppers aside, I forgot about the weasels. And I've seen some chickens up there, so... Also, how scary are we talking? You know what? I'm gonna look that up. Huh. They're not that scary. The ones that I'm looking at right now seem to only, like, be the size of a finger. Okay, I'm beginning to think that this
96 degrees.
giant grasshopper was not a real thing. Oh, I didn't believe it, but I still had to mention it because I've seen us, yeah, 6 degrees. I saw an image of that somewhere. Waystone. I suppose I can just... Please. Yes. Isn't that the best thing to talk about? There's another one. If I had a carrot right now, I would be able to craft a certain book, the food book. It would tell me what foods I have to discover to gain hearts. But, yeah. Am I high? I'm certain I saw chicken here. Real. I think I might genuinely be blind. Oh, never mind. Are the FPS drops obvious on stream? Because sure, I can ignore it myself, but it might look... I guess that's great then. Yeah, look at this. That's exactly what I meant last time. I need a chicken so I can tame these. But are they still not tamed? Oh, they need rabbits. Raw rabbit. Not chicken. I have mistaken. And yes, it is still hilarious to me how the B-hop mod makes me able to slide so fast on ice when I crouch. Still didn't find any cows. Also, I wasn't kidding about the back pain problem. It's even hitting me right now, but it's fine, it's not that severe. Honestly, same. I used to play Half-Life 2 on a very crappy laptop on very low graphics at like 30 FPS, even lower sometimes, and I never complained about that. And I got so used to all of those performance issues is that even today, like I have a pretty strong studio laptop, right? And sometimes when it does suck at a certain thing, performance-wise, I never question it without actually checking what's going on. getting used to these performance issues is... Sure, you may look at it as a good thing, because it doesn't really ruin your fun. But at the same time, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot here, because you endure that all the time without actually looking into the problem. If you think about it, you have a good PC, it starts performing badly, and you don't question it, that's not normal. And that is definitely something that I've experienced multiple times already and didn't question it. And at some point I actually did start caring. Alright. Now with an iron pickaxe I can finally do vein mining. Although I still want some nether, just so I can finally start just so I can get a backpack, because I cannot live without one. These Endermen are quite more menacing now that they look like this, especially with the hood. Looks like the world is failing to keep up. That reminds me, before I started the series, I created the world off stream just so I can pre-generate the chunks and don't have to deal with these kind of lags later. I left my PC on the whole night just so Distant Horizons can generate a large amount of chunks around the spawning area. Okay. Okay. I mean, technically, you could also, well, if you're on PC, you could leave the tab open. Not because I want to force it to say, but rather I kind of want to reach affiliate so I can unlock those other features that I'm craving. But it's fine if you have to go. That's okay. Guess I'll have to get lucky sometime. Although I'm not actually sure how Twitch even handles all of that, so I don't know, but it's worth trying it out. If it works, it works. Well, I guess what I could do is keep these series, well, each episode 2 hours at max or minimum, I don't know, and just do these streams like 2 hours a day when I do Minecraft. Because as soon as the counter drops from 3 to 2 and I keep on streaming, that will slowly take away from the average view counter if I actually do want to reach affiliate. So I guess if the third average viewer leaves, I guess then it's the best time to actually stop streaming. And then I guess it counts. But then I guess other people would look at me in the VOD or somewhere else and think, wow, what a dick. No way they ended the stream just because of that. Yes, literally. Well, okay. Well, see you later. Well, tomorrow or whenever. I mean, you're socializing here. That also counts. Something that I definitely want to try out someday is the create mod, because it still fascinates me. Yeah, the reason why it got me so interested is because I've seen one video on YouTube where a person built one of those really large structures that required over, I think, 200,000 or maybe 2 billion. I don't remember. But they needed so much blocks that they built one of those big drilling machines. And it just kept going and going, collecting deep slate. And by the end of that, not only did they have enough deep slate, but they had so many stacks of ores and diamonds. And this is exactly what interests me. You can just build a giant machine that does the mining for you. You do it once, and then you're just stocked for life. I don't have to run around in these caves. That is also true. You know, I quite find the music. It's great. It's pleasant to listen to if I don't actually have to focus on it when I validate it. Oh, I mean, that's why we're taking it slow here. These kind of episodes are, well, are designed to be slow, and there's nothing stopping us from being slow. I have all the time I need. And the more I do not rush, the more I can do these relaxing episodes. I see. Appreciate it. It still surprises me that the emojis still don't work in the chat. Well, not emojis, the icons, the emotes. Something else I noticed is that there's a mod which enhances the end, and from what I can see, the Endermen no longer drop pearls at all. I know that Audrey's additions for the TARDIS Refined mod add such items. They don't really have a purpose, they just add like a certain vibe to it. Chairs, astro maps, food machines, monitors, fold-out bed. But this one actually acts as a bed, so it does have a use. And then you also have these jars where you can put in mob heads and it will turn them into, well, you get it, decorational items. Voices of the Void did something similar with me, where I now like decorating, but Voices of the Void is not mostly the reason why I like decorating. So VR chat has mirror dwelling. But if I look at myself at the stream preview, does that count as preview dwelling? I guess that also works. You know, ADHD fucks you over when you realize your actual goal was to look for cows and not ending up here. Okay, now I cannot unsee the infra vibe. But then I guess ADHD is what makes the series stand out. Because then it would take longer for me to actually get something done. Yeah, I could too. You know, I can't quite see where I'm looking at because my main monitor is darker. But if I look at the preview, I can see everything so clearly. I do suppose I made that, I did that on purpose. So I can account into other viewers that may say that everything they see is too dark. So I guess that makes sense. But then again, it kind of assures, how do I put it? It actually gives a visual feedback to what people actually see on their end. Last time I made my monitor too bright and I wasn't using any torches at all. And I would assume that no one saw everything at all. Well, anything at all. And so I did this, so I can barely see anything and use torches at all times. Camera overhaul, by the way. It also adds this screen tilt when you swim. It also adds breathing when you stand still, a bit of shaking when you walk and run. Yeah. You know, this track gives me Rayman vibes. There was this one game I played on the PlayStation 2. It was the it was Rayman Revelations. And you just stand still with Rayman and he just starts playing with his like torso like a ball. While a track like this is playing. That's totally a vibe. And I'm still swimming around here. I still don't know where I even came from. Well, I guess you have a way up here. I guess I could just stick myself up then. I see no other way out. You know, I could just turn the music up for you if it's too quiet. Really? But isn't it too quiet if I speak or something else happens in the game? Because when I turn my volume down, like locally to 20, like I always do, and listen to the music this way, I can barely hear it unless I put it to something like here or here. But I guess I can keep it at 10 and just increase the volume for myself then. But what about my microphone volume? Because I cannot judge that. If my voice is louder than the music and game itself, I can just turn up the music and game volume. Well, I guess we're vibing. I have yet to make a bind for that, so I don't have to switch to OBS just to switch myself to the big version. I suppose when it comes to volumes like this, I guess people just turn their volume up. Or is it just me with my own volume here?
Remember to keep yourself hydrated.
True. Actually, yeah, I even forgot that I had a Red Bull here, and it's still half full. And yet I have to stay energized. And yeah, I do actually quite like that I can track my hands on the keyboard and mouse now without VR chat actually losing track of it and putting them into a neutral position and just Actually, I'll make a bind for that real quick because this is way too funny. Multi-action switch? Yes. Scene. I'm still tempted to get Elgato's new Cursor keyboard with the Stream Deck integration. So I could just hit the button on the keyboard without having to reach over to the Stream Deck because, yeah, I think that would have been more comfortable. But then again, it's very expensive. Okay, I think I got it. Here's the button. Wah, 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 wah. Actually, yeah, the expensive 800 euro microphone setup that I have, it was worth it. I know that I hate my voice, but having like actual decent quality when I edit videos, it's pleasant to listen to at times. If my microphone quality was actually ass, I would hate it. Real. But hey, look at me. I'm not perfect either because I'm using VR chat and that's like the worst decision you can make. Something that would make sense is getting into a software like VC Face, something that I've used to set up a while ago. Well, not use it directly, but use it as a scaffolding for the tracking features and make your own Unity application, which does the avatar stuff. And with the custom Unity application, you can then integrate your own features that you want. But then again, I don't want to go through all that trouble. I have a lot of experience when it comes to VR chat structure and how its VR avatars operate. I can add like a decent amount of features to my avatar and switch to them in real time. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to toggle. Well, even though there was no nudity there. I still want to make a new like like t-shirt, like this top design. I want to add a new decal to it, which isn't a PD logo, but a white glowing heart, so it kind of matches up with the eyes and other features of the body. Well, could the I still don't know where I am. I am so lost. And I still don't have a backpack that I really, really want. Literally. I am at the surface level. I am already on the surface. I'm inside a mountain. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, I will dig up. I will take your advice. And then I end up higher than usual. But I have to say, when it comes to VR chat, not as a platform to socialize in, but rather it being used as a VTubing platform, there are so many cons than pros. There are moments where you're gonna get disconnected and you have to pause your game and then reposition your avatar where it was sitting and facing. And that also every time you have to set up a stream every day, if it crashes, you have to yeah, you have to set up your avatar every time you want to VTube. Unlike other applications where you just start the application and it just starts tracking your face right off the bat and the avatar is already positioned. Oh, so that's where we are. Yeah, no. No. That was the dumbest decision that I ever made. Well, I guess we're almost out. Let me out. Let me out. Fun. And it just occurred to me, this is where we were before. And guess what? Still no cows. I need you. Oh. Wow, okay, I didn't know about that kind of stuff happening. That's also one of the mods. Adding additional features to Enderman. Excuse me, I need your balls. Ah, nah. Well, it's no a big deal. No, come on, do not count my deaths. Why would you? Anger. I suppose that cannot stop my fall. Well, I guess the quest of finding cows continues, unless I can massacre all those horses for leather. You know what? I might as well do that. Okay, I have to say, this immersive UI mod, it can really screw you over if it keeps hiding your health and hunger like that. Like seriously, I haven't seen any cows ever since we started this. Am I just that cursed? What just happened there? Bran and his pink candy SCP videos. Fun stuff. I guess. But it also could be likely that the creeper started having beef with a skeleton, or Yeah. Well, not bad, just unlucky. Usually I know that it, I know that they usually just spawn in caves, in like lush caves. That's where they usually hang out. They also tend to fall down water streams and off themselves. That happens all the time. I don't think that I have as well. I do only remember that I did something on the Xbox 360. I played split screen with my family and other friends. And that was the only time I actually completed the game. Well, from a story perspective. What a way to crush your own eggs. Oh yeah, stepped on one of the eggs, crushed it. You know, I have to be blunt, my back is starting to hurt even more. But I guess we're about to reach the 3-hour mark anyway, so in 20 minutes I can just quit for today. Then continue tomorrow. Well, I guess suppose it's true. But we're almost done with the first episode anyway. Oh, guess what? We still don't have found any cows. Have they gone extinct? I don't know. Would it be weird to say that I want that in me right now? What? Who said that? Crops of the wild. Wow. I feel like if I keep up those jokes, I will eventually get temporarily banned. Or maybe not. Unless I explicitly declare the streams as not safe, then but then I guess I would lose a certain audience range. Honestly, as if I ever had an audience. Or at least for now. Where are the cows? I'm actually about to crash out. Wait a minute. To Narnia you go. And you landed on a tree. Okay. And they're not dropping any ladder. This is... That sucks. That really sucks right now. Yeah, that is not enough. I see. Rainbow. Where are they dancing? Rainbows. Yes, that's a reference of something I... Oh yeah, the pink fluffy unicorn thing. Song. Uh... Excuse me? That is one buff villager. A white tear went down my leg. Who said that? Come on, I'm having a lot of fun here. You cannot blame me for having fun. And I'm still looking for cows. No, not really. A shelter is secondary. A backpack is primary because it has so many utilities that I can have. You get the point. Storage, upgrades, utilities, automation, pickup range. I practically start looking for the resources to make a backpack because, yeah, that's important for me. A backpack. Backpacks. Slowly starting to romanticize them. I still wanted him. Ow, 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 ow. Your babs have been received. Virtually, at least. Wouldn't that be cool?
Don't forget to hydrate.
Good point. I know where I could go. But you know, so far, I do like where all of this is going. Because without the minimap, I haven't rushed the TARDIS, I haven't rushed anything so far. And so far I'm just exploring what the mods have to offer so far, like this house for instance, part of the generations that the mod provides here. And I guess that's great. Oh, you sell wool. Well, that's comfy. Comfy. Actually, I do believe that there are some... What does the mod call? Because I do have some Macos blocks here. Maybe that one offered the kitchen stuff, I don't know. Okay, yeah, then I don't actually know what the mod might be. There we go. We have 2 additional hearts now. Still wish I could have a carrot. Yeah, I'm okay. Looking at these tomato seeds, it makes me curious how Farmer's Delight even works. So I guess there's more things to check out now apart from create. Although I do wonder where I could potentially establish some kind of small build at least. Where I can stay and put all my stuff down. Let's go over there actually. Ceiling. If I think about it, like normally I would go for free, but if I think about like making actual cozy detailed builds, I would think about a ceiling that is 2.5 blocks tall, like the entrance is. This small kind of corridor where you put your clothes and shoes aside, and then it just kind of transitions in this 3 block tall ceiling from the 2.5 one, and just then kind of starts growing into 4 or maybe 5 when it goes to a living room of some sort. Actually, I might actually demonstrate that if I get over there. But yeah, I guess the energy drink actually helped me to some extent here. But I'm still kind of tired, but not too tired. Oh, I know this track will slap. And here we are again. The world cutting off. Honestly, I want to avoid collecting like this custom wood or other wood types. All I really look for is just oak, the standard wood type. Oh, that's the best wood you can have. Yeah, I don't think for a single block like that it's necessary to play a whole animation. Well, there we have it. The thing that I have been craving this whole time. And now you decide to show up. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can kind of see here how the world just cuts off. When I pre-generated the world, as I mentioned in the beginning, I set it to like load the chunks, and I just kept my PC on, and that's what I did here. Guess we actually went too far where it actually stopped generating. So I guess we're traveling much further out than what I managed to generate here. Well, I will now know that I will have to generate a much wider region for cases like this. It is still funny to me how the cape just doesn't move at all when I perform emotes. But the other stuff, it just appears. Coffee. I would have checked the map by now, but I'm still not allowing myself to use it. Because of that mental rule that I've set for myself. How should we call it quits for today then? Well, it's okay. I will let you go to sleep. And I will end it here so I don't have to edit too much. Because this is already getting too much. We already passed the 3-hour mark and this is a lot. A lot to review and watch. Well, I will stop here, I suppose. Actually, I could just stay here and generate the chunks again. That works too, I suppose. So the next time I start streaming on this world again, we'll have some pre-generated chunks here. Well, I guess this is it then. Thank you for staying this long, and to anyone else that didn't chat and probably stood here for a while. I don't actually have the counter up, so I cannot tell.